Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, as I promised, I will film a video, Stitch with me. I will sit right now and maybe we'll change angle so you can see closer how I stitch, and I hope you have a hot cup of coffee or tea or maybe water, and you have your hoops or frame and you're stitching with me. I first wanted to work on another project, but then I said, hey, I'm stitching right now, why don't I make video for you guys? But most of the time I like to stitch when everything is quiet. Sometimes I'm getting bored, but this is how I make big progress when it's quiet. I'm not watching videos, I'm not watching anything, but again, it's not happening quite often. And yeah, today I'm alone at home. Paul is working. Finally they let us go to restaurants. Lockdown is finished and we can enjoy our life as before, because believe me, it's hard. Even I love my hobby, I would stitch all day long, but you need some break. Sometimes I do have the whole day for myself, and then I see I have laundry, I have dust somewhere, and appears in that free day I did not stitch as much as I stitch during the busy day. But I think all women like that. I mean, most of women like that. So what I want to talk to you about my stitches, right? First of all, I'm telling you, they're not perfect. Even I read in comments that you like how they look like. But anyway, I'm trying, but I've seen many other stitches. They have way better crosses and half stitches than me. But I'm working on it. I've been trying that Vask, that blue one. Can't find it because I'm here and there, probably somewhere on my window, because I was showing for my Russian speaking followers. If it's not here, then it's somewhere else. I'll show you maybe in the next video. I've got it from a store as a gift, and I tried. I did not see any changes, and some people said that that Vask will make your thread dirty, and still I don't mind. I can wash it if it's not Mirabilia or something else with beads or hand-dyed threads, maybe some samplers. And I did not see any difference, so instead of wasting time to put Vask on every thread I'm using, I decided not to use. Then I was watching one video of a girl from Ukraine, and she said, she even showed how her stitches looks better with Vask than without. And I was like, wow, I did not let myself to test that Vask proper. And I did took that Vask, I found it right away, and I did try. Guys, I did not see any difference. I'll be trying again. I will not leave it alone. I know that Vask, that blue Vask, I can't remember which company producing it's out of production. They don't run that business anymore, and it was announced everywhere, in Facebook groups, everywhere. And yeah, I just didn't see any difference. The only difference is I'm spending more time because I have to put Vask on every Susie. Susie is here. He's on duty. Come, it's a little dog. Destroy my video. Okay, sorry guys. Susie made me cut up and give her some tasty stuff, and I took that thread Heaven. You probably all know about this Vask. And how do I use? I just put thread right here. Better when it's one. I just will show you how it looks like. Sorry, because I have here all my microphone and camera. So also I've heard from some stitches, again, it's not working with me, maybe it does will help you to stitch better. You know, I show you many times what I do with my thread. I put two ends together, I made hoop, and this is how I start my stitching. You know, this hoop method. And lots of stitchers said that their stitches not as neat as you take just two separate threads. Again, I check it many times. Yes, I lick my thread. And you know, this hoop, so people will cut it, and especially when you have 3, 4 strands of threads, you have to separate every thread to make your stitches better. Again, I like my hoop method because my back is look more clean, but other people said that it's not doesn't give them right stitches, the one they like. And yeah, I'll try this thread heaven again. There are some other kinds, not just the blue one. I've seen people selling them. Also, again, my favorite needles, which is I'm running out of them because I have way too many projects. And if I see my stitches doesn't look right, I take or another needle and fix them, or just frog all area stitch, because I like to see better quality. I'm not running anymore, never wanted to have like the biggest amount of designs of stitch. I don't care. I enjoy more time with my design, how I spend. I don't want to rush. There are competitions who will stitch more in 24 hours. I'm not participating in this kind of games, and I'm just not into it. I again prefer to spend my time alone, or maybe with another company, or my husband doesn't like to be next to me when I'm stitching, because he said, you're not full with me, fully with me. And when he is working, like today he has whole day meetings, I like to stitch as well, because I know I cannot make noise, I cannot cleaning, I cannot do anything in that moment, and I stitch a lot. The minute I start touching my phone, talking to people, I count how many hours I could spend on my WhatsApp, on Instagram, and so on. But at the same time, I do need to talk to someone, especially during lockdowns. I cannot just turn it off, then I'll go insane. I inspire, I get inspiration from my friends as well. Yeah, so if you can control all your social network and just stitch when you want to, don't stitch when you have to. But sometimes I do stitch when I have to, especially at the very end of the design. I like pushing myself to stitch. Here is Susie again. I gave you bone, go eat it. Go eat it. She's becoming a little bit chunky. My father noticed yesterday, he like, you feed her a lot. I said, no, I don't. She's always hungry. I actually planned to stitch another design with you, but it's okay. I was just working on it, on this one. I have another project at home. My dimensions gold petite, and it's just, I'm tired from it. Have to change thread quite often. And what else? The threads are not a great quality. I realize that I'm tired of dimensions, guys. I am. As much as I love these designs, but you need to combine them with other designs, because I want to stitch with silks, I want to add beads, treasures, and that's why I always stitch one mirabilia. I always will have in my rotation one mirabilia, one dimensions. This is how I entertain myself, or even better to have sampler. I don't fix my thread when it's like a really thick bunch of threads, because I also will have back stitch on top of it. Will I have or no? No, I won't. But then I will turn my hoops and all the ends. As you can see, this one is coming from here. I will fix them with a hoop. And yeah. So now what I'm stitching, I don't see. No, I'm supposed to stitch with the other thread because I did not mark. Should I change my project or should I continue? Because I don't see. Yeah, right here there is area I can stitch and talk. So what I did, I spent my whole weekend, not the whole weekend, but so Sunday I was so bored and I decided to go and see what I have in my stash, because guys, I do spend lots of money for my cross stitch, and I decided to make stash unload. I felt so good after that, because first of all, lots of people can't even get stuff from United States. Not everyone have a chance to buy from eBay or shops. And I did not go crazy. I did not sell on prices higher than eBay or higher than I bought. I just wanted to save some money to get mandala. I bought few mandalas for myself. They're already here because a lady was selling them from Ukraine, and she bought them more than 5 years ago. So crystals are right ones, not the one you know, Cindy now replacing lots of stuff because they're out of print, not because she wants to replace them. And yeah, I'm happy because I sold probably for 2.5 years stitching. And at the same time, I still love every single design. I even write to people, if you're not gonna buy it from me today, I'll stitch it in March, because till March I cannot start anything new. And yeah, whatever they did not buy, I obviously will stitch, because I bought every single design to stitch. I did not buy it to sell it, and I love every single one. But guys, sometimes I cross the line. I buy really more than I can stitch. It's only because I love stitching. I love cross stitch. I love this hobby, and yeah. But I know that many people who bought from me my stash, my designs, not my designs, my cross stitch stash, they will stitch them and they will be happy. Sometimes they will show even on Instagram what they stitch, and they mention my name. I feel so good, and also I look at the design like, wow, it's pretty. I want to stitch it too, but then I like, okay, go look at your stash, what you want to stitch first. And you know, I also was buying crystals for mirabilias, and there are lots of crystals I bought. I just don't want to show you this little stuff, because I mean, I even put all crystals in the same box, because it takes so much space, and it's annoying me when I have lots of room, busy with cross stitch. And my husband only has 2 shelves for his whole wardrobe, and I do too. I don't have much clothes anymore, but still I have lots of dresses, which they're all in boxes, and that's why I also decided to sell some stuff, because need a room. I found a store selling Swarovski crystals here in Ukraine. People all know that store, because not only stitchers buying from them, also people who make nails, they also stitch. One second, see this up here, go there. People who stitch some costume outfits for gymnastic, for Arabic dances, they're all using those Swarovski crystals. Again, people who make nails, they suffer a lot, because lots of their customers, they love Swarovski on their nails. And I bought from them as well. It's mega cheap. It's I don't know how many times cheaper than buying from Mill Hill. But I just bought a bunch of the crystals. Look what I like. I did not buy them for particular design. I just know that I'm gonna use them. Maybe yes, maybe not all of them, but they're all Swarovski. Look at these shiny ones. Huh? Guys, yes, I know, I'm a crow. I like everything shiny. And sometimes I will add more beads for Mirabilia as well. I've seen one girl stitched Touching the Autumn Sky, and she had lots of this. It looks so good. I was like, wow, so beautiful. I didn't see it in the chart. She said, yeah, I did by myself because I didn't check the chart. But I remember how is Touching the Autumn Sky looks like. Maybe I will use some extra in mandalas. I have more, guys. All this bunch of crystals I bought less than $50. But here a lot, believe me, a lot. If I was buying this from Mill Hill, because Mill Hill just package their Swarovski crystals in their own boxes. So also I was listening to a live stream when just Swarovski announced that they're gonna close their factory for people like us, or I don't know how to explain. They said they don't even want people who stitch costumes or using their stuff in manicure mention that this is Swarovski crystals. I do understand this company as well, but from the same time, if I bought Swarovski, for example, from Mill Hill, right, 10 years ago, why can't I say that this is Swarovski? This is Mill Hill, but okay, I will not say if they don't want to. I don't say. I just don't understand why we can't say it. But if this is what they want, I'm fine with me. I'm not gonna be stubborn, and yeah. Okay, now I think I have to change project because I don't see what I'm stitching. Oh well, I see now. I see, but better be safe not to make mistake. And just a second, I'll change for Thea Gouverneur and you will have more fun. Just in case you have not seen my previous video, I'll show you my design from Thea Gouverneur. I'm gonna stitch it right now with you. There are some areas I have to stitch with the same color, and it's right here, so I don't stop many times to check where I am. I always leave this kind of areas to make stitch with me video. And I have perfect needle case I'm taking with me when I'm traveling. This one, there are lots of stuff in one box. There were scissors, there were some other tools for stitching, for laying your stitches, but I'm not using laying tools. I don't know why. I do use this case all the time, and here is my stash of needles. I'll take one now. Also, I wanna show perfect way how to kit designs. I just like it. Maybe you did not see it before, but Thea Gouverneur actually made good job. As you can see, they're organizers with the symbols on, so you don't have to look which number belongs to which thread. You just take it right away and you save lots of your time. And if you have leftover of thread, then I use my pack organizer, because you're still asking me, even I show you many times. I know I have lots of new subscribers. I love my pack organizers. I think I have them more than 5. This kind of organizers. When I put this is symbols from dimensions, and there are 50 different colors of different threads you can put on. And yeah, I'm gonna stitch 1/2 because this is how you stitch this design. I can't remember, did I tell you or did I say it for my other Russian followers, that I wish I cut this fabric in half and I stitch 1/1, because the stitch is quite large and I like it, but I feel like I do work for kindergarten. But same time I do enjoy it, and maybe you have to combine it with some hard designs. And as I mentioned before, I want to look more for quality of design I choose. I don't do any competitions. I am only happy for people who can stitch 2,000 stitches a day, 5,000, even 5,000 stitches a day. I'm not compare myself to them. We are all having different life. We have in different life. Hobby only something which is make us closer to each other. And you know, there are not too many stitchers in the world, and yeah, we are kind of close community. And I only happy for people who can buy more, who can stitch more, because I enjoy my own projects, I enjoy my own stash, and I enjoy people who doesn't have any stash. I like to listen to them how they do it after being many years in this hobby, not into this business, into this hobby. And yeah, lots of people said that the quality of these threads in this kit are not great, but mine is fine. Sometimes it does make notes, but as all other designs and their threads. I will show you now the way how to stitch faster. Again, I'm not using it because my quality of stitches are terrible if I stitch like that. And you can stitch twice faster, even in hands you can use this method, but also mind your thread will be, but at the end, I don't know how to say, will be like this, something like that. Okay, I'll show you. Follow my needle right now. This is how people will stitch faster, especially area like this. If this method is okay with you, you can stitch as well, because again, we all write differently, we all stitch differently. Maybe your stitches will be just the same. Mine are not. But like this, you can see I stitch much faster. And you can do it on the way back the same, but I'm not. At least on the way back I have to keep my thread. There are, again, using laying tools are excellent because you can improve your stitches, you can make them better, and maybe nobody will come to check your stitches, but it's only for yourself, it's only for your own pleasure. And when I do pay attention how I stitch, I notice I stitch faster, because when I just stitch and watching something, I will get tired, I will think what to do during this time. But if I like really pay attention where to put my needle, how to make it better, I don't feel when time passes, and then I see, oh, I stitch a lot today. Some people hate the sound of the thread. I don't. I love it. That's why I'm stitching, because this sound calms me down. Something blue coming from this side. I scroll the needle because sometimes your thread, even if you stitch 1/2, will be not straight and you have to scroll it. I enjoy stitching this design, it's so nice, but I did not plan it. The thing is, I did not plan it, and I did made a challenge for this year. Hopefully I can make it, not like last year. Have to come back to Donna's roses as well, stitch them little by little. But as I said, I'm so tired from my teddy bears, Christmas teddies. I feel I stitch, and I'm not even halfway through. How is that possible? I've been stitching now for a week, and I did not make any mistakes. So design, it's not that hard. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was busy last week. more than usual, and also fabric was hard. Then I have to wash it, then threads run out, and then what else I had to do? To iron the piece I was stitching on. Then, because we moved to another apartment, I had to find myself right place. I have to get used to that place. I have to really find right corner, bring everything together, put everything in the same place. I just don't like change place when I'm stitching. It takes time to get used to it. But now I stitch one project at home and another project here at another home. Because I do some work. Half a day I'm busy, and now I'm waiting for Daniel, because Daniel can walk to here, and then I'm taking him, and we live like 5 minutes away driving from here, and I'm taking him by car. We can walk, but then in total he'll spend 15 minutes walking, and for the child it's hard, especially when it's dark. The roads messy. We had minus 20 Celsius, and the next day we had plus 4. Now today we have plus 10. This is our regular winter. We will have weather like this, up and down. We never really have snow. That snow you saw in the previous video was unusual, and when Paul saw that slide Daniel was using, he like, what is 1950s? Why you have this slide? I said, Paul, because everyone having this slide. He was shocked. He said, we don't use it for a very long time, but I think they're proper and you feel comfortable on them. Sometimes people will put pillow for their kids, and it's so cute, and a blanket when a baby is little, and yeah, it's so much fun. I remember myself growing up, we had completely different weather to what we have now. On my birthday, 10th of November, we always will have first snow, and we will take our slides. Me and my sister will go play on the hills. Our friends also will bring slides, and we'll put them all together, make like a train. So much fun. Now we don't have snow anymore like before. And I also don't like winter. Maybe when I was growing up I like it, but I don't like winter. I like when it's snowing. It's so romantic. It's so cozy when you sit in the house and I keep watching the snow coming down from the sky. But even taking a dog when it's minus 20. I took her when it was minus 14. She was freezing. She was dancing on the snow like she was on a hot coals. And I decided not to torture her. But again, she get used to go outside. Sometimes I go out 5 times with her. When I can. When I can't, then or Paul will go out with her, or Daniel. But usually 3 times. Again, I just enjoy watching my crosses. Without talking, but I have to talk to you so you don't fall asleep. I wonder if anyone fall asleep on their hoops. Oh. I remember I was breastfeeding Daniel. I fall asleep on him because sometimes he spent 1.5 hours having his night meal, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not the right mother. I'm a bad mother because I'm falling asleep while feeding. Just remember it right now. If anyone fall asleep while the stitching, I feel I'm tired, but I still have time to stitch, or I still have power to stitch. But I feel I'm tired from stitching. I now stitch more in the evening than in the mornings. Change my sleeping routine, maybe because it's winter time, and I feel I can stitch more, but I like it's enough, I'm full. If I will overstitch next day, I will not stitch. So I try to limit myself. And also I'm playing with the needles. Sometimes the thin needle for stitching 1/2 it's not the good decision, because then your thread will scroll all the time. And I can see now it's not as properly laying as before. Sometimes it's becoming thinner by the end of the length of thread. I don't know what's happened to my finger right here. It was so painful to stitch for a few days. Or Susie bite me, or I hurt myself with needle, or I was cleaning. I can't remember, guys, but it was painful. That little cut. So my plan, now it's almost end of January. My plan is continue stitching as I did for the past, since mid of November. I actually did not start anything new. And also back in days, if I started something new, it was small just then. So I did not really start something huge. And I'm fine. I don't feel like I need to start. But again, because I want to stitch, I want to stitch with something completely different I have not stitched before. Believe me, you need it once in a while. It's impossible to stitch same designs all your life. I actually have not met stitchers who only stitch Mirabilia, or only stitch Thea Gouverneur, or only stitch other designs. Again, there are people who stitch 90 maybe percent or 80% of one designer, but I have not met anyone who only stitch one brand or one designer. If you did, please let me know, is it possible or not, because sooner or later we want to try something else. So I was telling you that I was selling some stuff and bought some crystals. I will get one design which was limited edition for Thea Gouverneur. They will never produce it anymore, and I don't know how long they were producing that kit with poppies, but it's gorgeous. It's like wild flowers with poppies. And shop sent me message. This is how regular customer I am. They send me messages. They ask me they're gonna make order from Holland, from Netherlands. They ask me if I want to add to my order a few kits because they're limited edition. And I look at them. I look at the first one, like, no. Then I look at the second one. That's interesting. Then I look at the framed piece and I'm like, oh, I love it. And like, of course, yes, of course, order for me. But again, till it comes, it will be March. And I'll have some excuses. 8th of March in our country, it's International Women's Day, so I'll ask Paul to pay. I'm gonna spend my own money for it. Because if you wanna make me present, or here in Ukraine, it's impossible. It's we have like very few stores and stuff they're selling there. I don't need anything from them. So it's easier for him to ask me what I want or what I need. I know what I will buy for him. Perfume again. He saw one Mont Blanc perfume and he's a big fan of Mont Blanc. I like in the beginning I bought him everything from that company what I could, because I was working harder than now. And bought him wallet, I bought him pen with his name and surname. It's like his favorite gift. He never had a pen with his own name, especially from his favorite company. So I showed him perfume and he like, please buy for me, because in Ukraine he can't order, he can't read Russian. And I'll give him for 14th of February. We don't celebrate this holiday like usual people. Just nice day to remember that we love each other. I just will surprise him because he already forgot what he asked. I guarantee you. He focus on work. He can't remember little stuff. And yeah, what I want to tell you that the way you organize yourself with your threads, with your kit, with everything, will help you to stitch faster, because you will be looking all over. Like the best way to have a tray where you put everything, your threads, your needles, your scissors, your everything what you usually need. Because to be honest, we don't need much for stitching. And use this tray for a project, and then when you change, have another tray. You don't have to like move everything up and down, and have a nice tray which will fit everything you need. And I made use my husband to organize his own stuff as well, because every single time he travels without me, he always will lose something, and he always will lose something expensive. So I made him a bag, cosmetic bag with his medicine, so he knows they're only medicine. I made him another box for his pens, because he's using them a lot. There are other stuff, and every single time he's traveling now, organized by me. He never lose anything, and I ask him, please don't lose your toothbrush. I bought him like maybe 10 toothbrushes, and they're all nice ones, pricey. Every holiday I will buy him toothbrushes. He like is or toothbrush or socks. I'll buy him socks and make it just for fun. It's not like a main present. But anyway, come back to stitching. So my thread will end soon, and I'll finish this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you wanna talk about something else, please let me know. Also, I'm reading your comments, marking it, and will try to reply. A lady asked me how I organize my thread. This is how I organize my thread. They're on organizer like this, because there has lots of organizers, and they're on my Paco. Paco helps me a lot. If I wanna make big progress, I need to have Paco. Otherwise, I really spend more time. I can stitch without organizers. I can stitch without nice accessories, but I usually will have this box for my leftovers, my threads, cuts and everything. This is a magnet on top. This one, I can put my threads here, and when it's finished, actually a good company called Aggie Works. I don't want to destroy camera, but this stuff is slightly opening, and you can throw away your garbage. And you've been asking me about clover. Oh, actually this one. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second, guys. So I have magnet like a clover. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. And also it helped me to keep my fabric, because this design is a really big one. I will have 1 or 2. I have them 2. They help me to keep my thread, my fabric, so I don't spend more time for stitching. I will have this garbage can, I don't know how I call it, and I will have my, what else? Oh yeah, very important tool in my system. This is blocks, or how I call it, forgot. I use it for when I take some threads out, when I do mistakes, I quickly will use them to clean the space. and they're excellent. I cannot stitch with them. I always have to have them. If I don't have them, I'll make mistake. If I have them, I don't do mistake. It's like my routine. I have to have them. And also needle minders, but needle minders usually on your fabric. This is how I organize myself. And yeah, I will have some lotion for my hands because my hands always so dry. I wash my hands every single time I'm going to stitch, and then they're becoming so dry, and I use lotions, not the one who leaves you oil on your hands, but nice good cream for your hands. I think that's it. I need to change my design now. I'm not sure which I will take in my rotation, but I think it will be Mirabilia. Okay, my dear friends, thank you for spending almost an hour with me. I hope you made a good progress, and let me know what you're stitching right now. Bye bye, guys. I just opened the kit, and guys, I realized that key is in Swaddle. Besides, the kit is crazy expensive right now. Yes, I was lucky to get it with a original price, but look at the key. I am speechless. That means I have to spend so much money for these silks, and they're expensive. What, $4, $6 for the skein? It's okay. It will be, you know what? It will be my St. Valentine's Day from Paul present. And next is, there is a base. Susie, please don't sit here. Look at her. She decided to lay. There is part you will use it for the fabric, I think. Also, this is what is inside. Beautiful fabric, just gorgeous. I like the quality. A little bit disappointed that I have to buy all this Swaddle for 5 stitches, or maybe I will choose something from DMC. I don't know what to do, really. If there is any conversion, please let me know, because it's I don't know. I don't see a reason why to use silks for such a small design. There is a feather here. All stuff you will need here. Everything is here as well. Susie, please, my baby. You can sit down now. This is how you cut your bird before stitching, and there are instructions for a few pages how to put them together, how to glue it, and everything. Yeah, you have to cut fabric from this piece of carton, hard piece of paper. I don't know how I call it. Template, right? I remember. I think so. I think I'm right. Template is a form, and this one as well. Here you can see all stuff you need to do. Again, this all my friend will make for me. I just will stitch, and I probably will spend money on this expensive silks, but I might will not buy for myself something I wanted. Yeah. But it definitely will be fun to stitch with Swaddle, it's for sure. And leftovers will go for some other primitives or maybe samplers. Yes, Susie? Say yes. I'll put you on diet. You won't eat because I need some threads. You won't eat. You understand? No more food for you. For me as well.